possible, well, -1 or 30.
Give me that toy.
A 60% chance to float on a gusty west wind. Temperature holding steady near zero.
Give me that. Found it easier to lay the engine down and start the nuts this way. It's really hard to get at, hard to torque, hard to tighten, but that's the easier way. Here's the torque specs for the cylinder head. Cylinder head bolts are 3/8 ones are 30 foot-pounds, and the cylinder head 5/16 ones are 20 foot-pounds. Cylinder base nuts, we already did that. Yeah, so how much trouble I gotta put you on the bench. You've chewed everything up on the ground in here. Just gonna set the valves now. I've got the cylinder head all torqued, and start from the inside out. There's, don't forget the one down in this hole down here, and then crisscross on the outside ones, back and forth. There's a pattern in the book. I should have left that page open. It tells you the correct order to torque them in. Right here. I'll just zoom in. There's the order that you torque them in. Start from the inside out, back and forth. And yeah, that's the, hey, get out of my hair. So now I'm going to set the valves. The exhaust clearances are 8 to 10 thou. I'm going to set them on the tight side, 8 thou. And the intakes are 6. So I'm going to roll it over and do that next. Yeah, you trouble little maker. Trouble little maker. Whenever I set the valves, I don't go by the timing marks on the engine or anything. You roll it around until the followers opened up, and you can feel a little bit of play there. Stick your feeler gauge in, then roll your engine. Roll it over a little bit, roll it over, roll it over. Look for the loosest spot. Just keep rolling it over. It's never going to be at top dead center. It's going to be 5 degrees after, before. It's look for the loosest spot. I even roll it through once, and then I leave the feeler gauge in, and as it's coming through the compression cycle there, you'll feel the gauge get loose, and that'll be the loosest point as you're rolling it through. So I just double check them all. Got the exhaust set at 8 thou, intake at 6 thou, and I'm sure they're going to need to be reset right away once this bike fires up and the valves seat in, and I'm going to double check it pretty quickly. Okay, so that's it. I just got to polish these two covers up. I can't find this stud with one of these unusual nuts on it. Acorn nuts. I can't find it. I've been looking everywhere. I know I have it. Missing a bunch of stuff. I know it's all here. I just got to dump everything all out, I guess. It's just a mess. I think that's it for now. I forgot to mention yesterday, when I put this cover back on, I squirted some assembly lube on the worm gear for the oil pump. I put a little bit on the chain, on the primary gear here on the crankshaft. I make sure I put everything. Now when I put these valve covers on as well too, I'm going to squirt some oil on the rocker shafts and on the tappets here a little bit. In the rocker shaft and the follower itself, I did grease that up with assembly lube anyways. I could probably run this thing for 10 or 15 minutes like that, bone dry. So this is lubed up, but I'll put a little oil on everything before I bolt it back up. And that's what I've been doing here. I didn't even show you putting that cover on there because I had difficulty trying to get the 3 shafts and the seal lined up. It's a bit of a pain. I got a feeling when we welded up this cover here, it might have warped it a little bit. So it might have made it a little bit more difficult for me to get it on there. But when I bolted it all on tight, it seemed to pull in nice and flush. But it might have warped it a little bit and made it difficult for me to get that on there. I'll be checking this for leaks when I fire it up, because if I'm going to get a leak, this is where it's going to be, even though I've gooped it up and put a gasket in there.